We are in the angle relationships review, and I'm going to show how to do number 5, and then I'm just going to talk about 6 and 7. So number 5 here, when you look at this, it's asking me for the angle relationship. It's asking me to find what x equals and also find the measure of the angle that has 7x in it. So let me find that angle on my diagram. So it's up here. Here's the one that says 7x. Now I see that this is, we're assuming they're parallel lines, and then those parallel lines are intersected by this third line, this transversal. And when that happens, we know that angles are formed. And I know this one's kind of hard to tell, I think, which ones are obtuse and acute. They look kind of alike, but if I look really closely, I can see that this is an obtuse angle. And I know that all the obtuse angles have the same measurement. I know that this angle here is the same as this angle here. That would be vertical angles. And this 7x angle would be the same as this angle here because they'd be corresponding. And I know this 7x is the same as this angle down here because they are alternate exterior. So that means that all of these angles I just put the arc in, they're all the same. They're all 7x. Now, why am I saying that? Well, because notice I never put an arc in the 75-degree angle. That means 7x does not equal 75 degrees. That's not an angle that's congruent. 75 degrees is not corresponding to the 7x. It's not alternate exterior. It's not in the interior at all. It's not vertical, so it doesn't equal it. So let me kind of put an arc there. So this one, the 75 degrees, is an acute angle. And that 75 degrees would be equal to, get less of this mess here. The 75 degrees is vertical here, so this right here would be 75 degrees. This 75 degrees is corresponding to this angle down here, so that would be 75 degrees. And the 75 degrees is alternate exterior to this angle up here. So if you notice, the 75 and the 7x, they're not equal, but when I fill in the other angles that are equal to it, I notice the 75 degrees and the 7x make a straight angle. So they're actually supplementary. So now that I figured that out, what relationship will I write? Well, this is like a combination of two relationships. First, I use the alternate exterior to move them, and then I realize that they're actually supplementary. That is their relationship. Is there a linear pair now that I switched it? So now that I know that that's their relationship, and I'm going to leave that as supplementary because that's what I'm focused on. And now I can write the equation. I can write this, since they're supplementary, they add up, the two angles add up to 180 degrees. So I'm going to pick the one with the x in it first, 7x, plus the other angle, 75, equals 180. So that's the equation I'm going to solve. I'm going to write over here, sorry. So I have more room. So I don't have anything to simplify. So I'm just going to subtract the constant from both sides. Then I get 7x equals 105. And then I divide by the coefficient. X equals 15. So now I know what x equals, 15. Now I have to find this angle here. So the angle is 7 times x. So I'm going to do 7 times 15. And 7 times 15 is 105. Now I have to check this. Because 75 plus 105 equal 180? Yes. So that means all of these obtuse angles are 105. And then, 105. And then you can see that makes sense then. That makes the 180 degrees. So there you go. So that is number 5. Now, I'm not going to solve them, but I'm just going to talk about, didn't want to go that far. Hold on. Okay, I wanted to talk about number 6 and 7. So in number 6, if I look, so again, parallel lines, and I look at this angle here, this angle on this parallel line corresponds to the 85 degree angle. They're in the same position on a different line. They're corresponding. I could slide this angle up and it'll go right over top. So I know that corresponding angles are equal. So when I write my equation for this one, I'm going to write that the angle equals the other angle. Then I'll be able to solve for x and find what would the measurement of the angle 3x plus 1 must be. Well, I already know what it equals, but I'll let you figure that out. I already said it, but anyway, so remember corresponding angles are equal. But then when I go to number 7 has the same issue as number 5 because these are parallel lines. And if I go and I'm trying to find, I need to find the value x. I need to find the value of the angle that's 7x and the angle that is 5x plus 12. Okay, so this 7x angle, it's on the interior. It's the alternate interior to this angle over here. So that means those two angles in the interior are going to be congruent. The 5x plus 12 is not the same size. It's a different angle. The 7x is equal to this one over here because it's vertical to it. And the 7x is equal to the one above it over here because it's corresponding. So this is 7x here. The 5x plus 12, well, that's equal to this angle up here because they're vertical. It would also be equal to this one down here because they're corresponding. And it's the alternate interior angle to this angle here. So now that I've written in some that were equal, I can see that 7x and 5x plus 12, those two angles are supplementary. Once I fill in the other spots, I realize they're actually supplementary. So they add up to 180. So when I write the equation, I would write that the 7x angle plus the 5x plus 12 angle equals 180. So that's how you're going to write that equation. And then to solve it, you would have to simplify first and then follow the once you have a simplified equation, follow the two-step process. Okay, well, thanks for watching.